Assalamualaikum. Selamat datang ke Cakap Masjid. Kali ini adalah the first episode Cakap Masjid yang dari luar. Yes. So, sebelum ni saya pernah macam try and error buat Fiza O Friends di luar, dan saya rasa pada 2 minggu lepas saya dengan Ustazah Liana di luar, sebab waktu tu kita ada beberapa rahsia dan some social issues yang kita nak ketengahkan. But for Cakap Masjid usually like I'll be in the studio, lepas ada flash QR code untuk daripada masjid, sebab memang niat utama kami adalah bukan sahaja untuk dapat saya belajar. So I always share dengan my viewers yang it's like my open therapy session. Macam betul-betul.
Masya-Allah.
Macam I rasa betul lah, masya-Allah. Dia macam apa tak Ustazah? To be honest, I ni sebelum I start Cakap Masjid ni, at the back of my head kan, dia macam manusia tahu. You like, okay, I want to go for more ceramah, I want to go for more kelas agama. Tapi tak buat. Sekali lepas tu Allah hantar terus. Ni
Allah sayang
kan.
Allah sayang.
Buat kelas ni. So I feel like masya-Allah. Masya-Allah. So alhamdulillah kita kickstart Cakap Masjid 2023 dengan Ustazah Suaida. Minggu lepas kita di studio cakap tentang bulan Rejab. So anda boleh tonton semula episod pada minggu lepas. Yang Ustazah telah kongsi banyak tentang
Isra Mi'raj.
Beautiful story. Kena tonton. Juga tentang kenapakah bulan Rejab dinamakan sebagai bulan haram.
Betul.
Kan? Kita fikir like, haram berarti bulan tu bulan jahat, bulan tak bagus. Tapi sebenarnya bulan tu sangat suci sampaikan diharamkan untuk benda-benda haram. Kan?
Betul.
And so beautiful, so poetis kan? Like the idea of it, like Masya Allah, so beautiful. Itulah episod yang anda mesti tonton. Dan di Facebook sahaja tontonan untuk minggu lepas was like I think 15K. Lebih dari itu saya rasa. So all together tontonan untuk Cakap Masjid minggu lepas, terima kasih kepada awak semua. I think it will be a good like 18K macam gitu. So alhamdulillah, terima kasih banyak-banyak. Jangan lupa Jumaat ini terus menderma ke Masjid Al-Amin. Masjid Al-Amin, terima kasih Ustaz Haikal, Ustaz Syafi'i yang menemukan saya dengan Ustazah Suaida. Kerana awak berdua lah saya dapat bertemu dengan,
sama juga,
berkawan dengan Ustazah Suaida. Masya-Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Jadi hari ni macam kita bercakap, okay Ustazah, jom kita buat topik tentang perkara yang dekat dengan hati Ustazah. So Ustazah juga merupakan seorang pengasas untuk your own company bernama Little Quran Kids. And I think you shared with me in an episode with you before, you really nak terapkan permulaan hidup anak-anak dengan berpandukan Al-Quran.
Betul, masya-Allah. Betul.
Right, like macam like how did this thing so semalam kita berbual sikit di telefon, dan saya rasa of course like kita tahu bahawa Al-Quran is the book of truth, cara yang terbaik, cara yang paling baik untuk kita pandukan untuk parenting, jadi mak bapak kan. Tapi saya terpanggil macam I nak tengok perspektif anak-anak. Apakah kita rasa kekurangan mak bapak kita generally, sebab we cannot undo what has been done, but we can improve on what can be done.
Betul.
Macam gitu.
Betul.
So I buat IG story so awak nampak mungkin my IG post, komen-komen real people yang menceritakan tentang kehidupan mereka sebagai anak-anak. Dan ada was beautiful memory. Dia katakan, I wish dulu waktu saya kecil saya ada handphone, saya dapat ambil gambar arwah abah saya. And dia say, oh ya Allah. Ada yang kata, oh I wish saya dengan mak saya did more hugs, but she's no longer around. So things like that Masya Allah, yang buat kita rasa macam, oh, these are the people who felt like macam diorang nak ambil gambar anak-anak ibu ayah mereka sebanyak mungkin for memories kan. And I feel like now we should take photos of our parents, because anything can happen to us also, or to them. Kan? So Ustazah, mungkin Ustazah ada tak pembuka tirai tentang apa-apa sebelum kita bacakan cerita-cerita yang sudah ada ni?
Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammadin nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim tasliman katsira. Bila kita cakap pasal parenting in general lah, sama ada di Islamik atau tidak kan, we have to, kita kena tanya diri kita, what legacy yang kita nak tinggalkan untuk anak-anak. So that's where Little Quran Kids comes in lah. Macam bila saya fikir nak tinggalkan apa untuk anak-anak saya, So bila Little Quran Kids ni, dia fokus untuk juz ammah sahaja. Dia tak fokus untuk the whole Quran. That means the curriculum is just juz ammah. That means
ammah tu apa Ustazah?
Okay, that means dalam Al-Quran ada 30 juzuk. Juzuk is macam chapter. Juz ammah is the last juzuk. All the shortest surah is at the last juzuk.
I see. Okay.
So I tell myself, I sendiri belum khatam, internalizing, reflecting, hafal the whole Quran. Macam mana I nak suruh anak I hafal the whole Quran? So I cakap, okay, let's just do juz ammah. So kita buat kurikulum tafsir, create art and craft from the surah. And then when kita buat untuk anak-anak ni, saya baru buat untuk anak-anak tau. Terus saya terfikir, some of my child tak boleh hafal lah. So kalau diorang tak hafal, nanti bila I meninggal macam mana So then I said, okay, then let us teach it to public lah. So kalau seandainya anak saya tak dapat, dia tak dapat hafal the whole juz ammah, at least bila anak-anak orang lain dapat, saya dapatlah pahala, kongsi pahala kat situ.
So that's how you started?
That's all. Mula-mula dengan anak je kan. Then my husband say, okay, I think it's time to, because what if saya tak dapat raise good ones? Masya Allah.
Masya Allah. So, of course,
Masya Allah.
dalam hati kita nak the best for our own children.
Yes, correct.
Yang kita besarkan.
Yes.
But in any case, anything happens, kita
correct.
bantu anak-anak orang lain juga.
Betul.
Oh, wow.
So tu baru
itu
macam
niat pertama lah.
Itu niat pertama. So bila saya sign rental contract dekat Woodlands, saya cakap 2 years sajalah. Kalau dapat, kalau tak apa. I will still do what I do with my children. So Masya Allah, Alhamdulillah, kita tak sangka sekarang dah membesar lah.
Keempat
4 centers.
4 centers, Masya Allah. So betul lah orang cakap niat kena betul.
Masya Allah.
Kita mulakan dengan niat yang betul. Dan semoga dipermudahkan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala.
Amin.
Wow. From one center, macam tak tahulah lagi
tak ada curriculum, tak ada teacher, semua tak ada.
Just you yourself.
Just myself. Just myself. Then bila kita nak ambil I remember the children yang join macam 5-6 orang je. So their fee I bayar rental. Their fee masuk bayar rental. Then baru bila dah ramai, baru kita ambil volunteer teacher, because we can't afford to pay them. Then barulah berkembang macam sekarang. So I rasa macam ni kerja Allah lah, Allah's plan lah. I was like, Masya Allah, I didn't thought that I can do whatever I'm doing right now. Masya Allah.
Masya Allah. For Quran Kids kan, is it like an everyday class ke?
Dia macam weekend madrasah gitu. Cuma dia 2 hours enrichment, just focus on juz ammah. Sebab bila kita cakap pasal Quran kan, dia dia memorization using kinesthetic, but at the same time they need to understand what they memorize. Macam Qul huwallahu ahad ke Al-Kautsar, Al-Fil. But kita put it in a kids friendly activity.
So we're talking about Quran Kids and raising our children berpandukan Al-Quran. And I feel like macam for people yang dah sampai, dah faham, but sometimes it could get a bit overwhelming for parents.
Understand.
Rasa macam aku sendiri tak hafal Al-Quran.
It get overwhelmed for me too.
Macam aku sendiri tak hafal Al-Quran, and I want to besarkan anak I menggunakan berpandukan Al-Quran. Kadang kita tengok para asatiza kan yang macam like saya dibesarkan dengan Al-Quran, mak saya besarkan dengan Al-Quran, mak dia faham Al-Quran. Then you feel
aku
like
tak.
Aku tak. But I also want my children to try. It gets like macam tak apalah, nantilah dia nak besar sikit, pandai dah buat sendiri. Kan? What do you think about that Ustazah?
I think when we talk about hidayah ni, dia dari Allah kan. Kadang mak push pun at the end tak
sampai.
Yes, correct. It's just that bila kita nak tu, it's a sign that Allah wants you to come. So the first thing do. So what you need to do is first you kena belajar. Dan I think kalau orang tanya parents when I meet married parents, Susah nak ajar macam mana, nak jumpa, nak pergi kelas mana, nak pergi center mana. Sekarang ada macam-macam buku kan. Any books yang kita boleh just read to our children is also for us juga. Any books, any Islam related book yang boleh
Melayu,
bahasa Inggeris. Yes, that is a start lah. Hatta boleh buat apa tahu, macam tazkirah lepas solat.
Macam mana tu Ustazah untuk beginners?
saya kalau budak, saya start off dengan, saya panggil ni doa toys. Lepas kita solat dengan budak-budak kan, selalu yang doa bapak aje, betul tak? And then in Arabic. Lepas tu budak-budak dah lari ke hulu, ke hilir. Nanti kita pun dah hayal, dah tak boleh nak doa properly. So we make a point, everybody ask what you want.
I see.
So nanti bila diorang kecil-kecil, diorang akan ask very typical kids thing
Ya
lah.
Allah, I want to go to the zoo. Ya Allah,
But as they are growing, then we start to see, whatever we learn, we just baca storybooks kan. Nanti they will ask, Ya Allah, I don't want, Ya Allah, please make me cross the sirat with my family. Benda-benda yang diorang belajar. Kita tak minta doa kat kita tau dekat.
Masya Allah.
Tapi they will say, Ya Allah, so all these doas yang saya rasa macam it helps lah.
So think that diorang tak masuk. Tak masuk kat diorang.
Yeah,
masuk
correct.
sebenarnya.
Yes.
Masya Allah.
Sometimes the doa can be so innocent, macam Ya Allah, please make me rajin sembahyang, because sometimes I very lazy to sembahyang lah.
Masya Allah.
So these are pure.
Wow.
So
it's a reflection of us as well.
Yeah, so start at home. Macam you do not need to be, but that one Allah punya kerja. Allah akan buka jalan mana yang kita akan pergi. But start at home with whatever you have. Small dulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm skipping a lot of like steps to ask you because we're talking about kids right now. But I'm going to start skip many steps. Mungkin ada like some of the parents yang ataupun mak-mak yang tengah tonton live sekarang ni, they have missed that young little step of solat dengan anak, dengan toddlers, dengan budak, dengan anak primary school orang. And now they're in secondary school kan, and they are like have a mind of their own, and they feel like kenapa nak paksakan solat dulu when I was young you never paksa me solat. Mungkin mak dia sendiri atau bapak dia sendiri baru terima hidayah, like they feel like okay, you know what, I they dah in their 50s right now, and they want to bring their teenage children along with them for solat. They want to encourage the teenage children to like berpandukan ke arah lebih ke Islaman. But it's so hard because you did not start with the Al-Quran early. But macam mana nak buat bodoh saja ke? Like how? But tak nak paksa dia, and you don't want them to hate it.
Understand. I think number one, time. You there are times kan, kita kadang ada 1, 2, 3, 4 anak kan. Okay, we have one time for this anak yang besar. Macam what do you call that? Me time with anak yang besar ni. Sebab yang kecil-kecil dia dah had enough attention with us.
Okay.
So maybe once a week you can go out, makan waffle je. Yes. Then from there you can just start off that after making time, then start off with stories. But stories about yourself, because you want her or him to open up, you need to open up too. So you can share about how dulu Umi also tell lie. I bought a rabbit and I didn't tell my father. You nak cakap pasal lie kan? But she
think like during cakap masjid, I learn so much from the Asatiza who says that kita manusia we like to control things that's beyond our control, which is perkara yang biasa. Like I myself, I want to control so much things that is beyond my control. I want to control the way my child focuses. I want to control the way this thing works, that thing works. But you have to let go, because if it's hard to control your own mind, your own self, how can you control others?
Betul.
Macam if it's so hard for you untuk nak ubah perangai you sendiri, you nak buat orang lain ubah perangai diorang, and then you feel like macam, but then when you sit around and you hear stories, you dengar cerita some parents yang pernah DM I talking about how they wish they have like teenagers who listen more to them, and it's so hard. Is there like any way, and takut apa
teenagers
okay, niat kita baik
but they okay, faham.
And then we get triggered by that, and then dia macam bukan makin baik tau, dia makin panas.
Okay, faham. First, I think we need to understand this Islamic parenting formula. Sayyidina Ali bin Abi Talib says that when the kids is 0 to 7.
The kind of friends you are friends with.
Yes.
Macam
sekarang dah.
ni tak betul sangat ni, jangan orang dia.
Yes, correct.
But now,
even if they don't,
they have friends.
Yeah, they already have. Yes, correct.
They have online friends.
Yes, correct.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that's what I tell myself first. You know, I only have until 14 years with my children. Then after that, yeah, I need to let go.
But we always worried sebagai mak bapak.
Betul. Hatta our parents is worried about us. Now we are like dah besar.
Ada anak, kau dah kahwin, ada anak.
Yeah.
My mom is like, budak-budak buat apa?
Yes.
Like, they worried about their own cucu right now.
Yeah, correct.
Because you know they worried for us and for their cucu right now.
Betul.
Kan?
If they cook, okay, come to my mak house hari ni, mak masak soto masak hitam.
Yes.
Satu semua datang.
Satu bertanya datang.
Semua datang.
Ya macam.
So
it's so hard to, especially like for parents yang who have called me before and said, you know, Fiza, bila anak I masuk poly especially, that is the start of their life of like, okay, you know what? Don't tell me what to wear, what to do.
Oh, they already say that.
Yeah, like
Inshallah.
what to do.
Inshallah.
And then you go like, alamak aku dulu tak berani. And then okay, this is human. Kita akan compare dengan dulu. Aku dulu tak berani dengan mak aku. And then the children did it. And then the children might think, oh dulu kalau mak I tegur I macam gini, I dah
takut dah.
And then we always talk about dulu kan. But right now like at this situation, if you are a parent having a rebellious teenager and then you talk about Islam parenting, because earlier on we have shared about kalau kita, the best is kita mulakan berpandukan dengan juz amma, you know, all the surah-surah.
Kita mula dari awal. But what if kalau kita tak mula dari awal? Masya Allah.
And then there was one question I got from Instagram. Okay, by the way, oh yes, suara putus-putus. I thought it was just me. Suara I putus-putus. There's a lot of comments. Dah okay Oh tadi mic tak tangkap suara, bateri mic dulu okay. But anyway, kata kita punya sound kita dah okay.
Kata KC.
Ya, okay. Dah okay. Bab mana yang putus-putus tu mungkin dapat bagi tahu kita, so kita dapat catch up semula. Tak. Kita nak catch up semula benda-benda terlepas tadi. So tadi yang waktu putus tu, bab mana yang awak tak dengar, kongsi dengan kita lagi, so kita boleh share semula dan kongsi semula bagi yang terlepas mendengar, okey. Jangan lupa untuk share live hari ni. Dan saya wait a minute, saya lupa lah nak share. Kejap okay. So I received this one ustazah dari DM di Instagram. And this was very interesting because since I started cakap masjid, I've gotten DMs of such nature. Macam okay, this is the DM that I got. So she said something like this. I wish, katanya, kenapa tak our parents educate us the meaning and purpose of behind solat instead of forcing us to do it. But we are children and kita mungkin lupa that they did share with us the reason.
Masya-Allah.
And then we feel like, and then maybe they felt that you don't understand the purpose.
Correct.
It's too abstract for you to understand. It's too mendalam for you to understand.
Correct.
So daripada aku keep on explaining benda yang you takkan faham, I just force you to do it.
Okay, I want to share my story in relation to the question. I have 4 siblings and I am the only madrasah kid. The rest of my siblings are not.
You're the youngest?
I'm the oldest.
The oldest? Oh, okay.
So yang lain semua tak. So my youngest sekarang semua dah kahwin except my youngest. My youngest dah kerja lah, habis poly kerja. But sometimes dia akan ask, she asked our parents, Abah Mama kenapa tak hantar kita kat madrasah? If dah hantar, kita sekarang dah macam kakak dah boleh baca Quran. So the three of them can still need to have ustazah. Macam kakak tak payah, you know.
Yeah.
So then I said to them, whatever, and also a reflection for myself, whatever our parents do
was the best.
We can, it was the best at that time of point.
Masya Allah.
You know, we don't question. But what we need to do
Masya
on our side is to forgive them. And that, I think, as a daughter, it's not easy to forgive them. Until I become a parent, then kita boleh faham. Memang kita tak boleh jaga semua anak perfectly tau. So macam the moment I start to forgive myself, forgive my parents,
Sorry
then
Samin.
insyaAllah baru you can become a better version of yourself for your children.
That's
that forgive your parents.
Macam
Masya Allah.
we like to judge people's decisions. You know, it goes for everyone. No one is bad decision.
Correct.
Our partners,
yes.
anyone else has got
Our children.
our children's decision. Macam I don't think that's quite right.
Yeah.
Mine is the best. Kan? And even for our parents' decisions, we like betul ke tu kan?
Betul.
But that was beautifully done and said. Macam they made the best decision for us at that point of time.
Yes.
Because even policies for countries change.
Masya Allah.
I know after years, macam like, okay, this one is like, we got to change this. We got to add this. The GST got to increase because you know it's going to change and all kan. For instance, and it cannot be remain the same like for all of the children because the era has changed. Ustazah. Apa?
Repeat tadi 0 tu berapa years old untuk buat apa.
Okay nanti
Sayang.
Okay, saya terima kasih producer juga untuk producer saya hari ni ada extra producer, masya-Allah. So we were talking about because kadang-kadang kita akan tanya kan, because I came from a big family as well. There are 5 of us. And then macam kadang-kadang kita usi mak kita, yelah mak dengan the oldest
sayang
sekarang.
lebih.
Saya lebih saya lebih
tak, last sayang lebih.
yang last sayang lebih.
Yang last
kita
sayang lebih.
kacau, ni bongsu, anak bongsu, anak ni, ataupun anak lelaki seorang kan. And then we feel like macam mak kita akan like paling strict dengan yang paling tua.
Betul.
Is that normal thing?
Yes.
Lepas tu dia macam
dari
slack and then okay slack kan. So dia kata elah kau tu lain dan tante kau tu aku muda. But now that to
you're the eldest also.
I'm the eldest.
Masya-Allah. Okay.
So to put this in perspective, they made the best decision at that point of time for us.
Yes, correct.
And then for our siblings, they made the best decision for them. For them.
At that point of their time.
Yeah. So I think that's a wonderful way of it's like therapy class right now. It's like therapy class right now. For us to like macam this not fair. It's not fair.
Stop that.
So that kita akan dapat
embrace.
Bila kita let go, kita husnuzon.
Correct.
And then you can now move on.
Yes.
From just like if only. Okay, another if only that I got. That I terima menerusi DM di Instagram would be if only gatal pula sebab ada semut-semut kat sini kan. Alhamdulillah, apa khabar semut-semut doakan kita hari Jumaat ni semut-semut ya.
Masya-Allah.
Semoga hari ini cakap masjid dapat bermanfaat, dapat reach out to a lot more people, amin. InsyaAllah, amin rabbal alamin. Yang ini for instance, kata seorang girlfriend ni, I wish I wasn't the black sheep in the family. I saw this quote before and it was very interesting. Untuk black sheep in the family, awak tahu lah kan, macam anak seorang yang tak disayangi oleh mak bapak. Macam itu, macam like the one that gets picked up on. Like macam
tak disayangi.
Macam mak bapak dia akan, for example, dia bersayang dengan kakak ke abang ke, dan dia yang bongsu tu macam paling terpinggir contohnya, ataupun yang ni adalah complete selalu middle child yang terpinggir kononnya, atau kakak atau abang yang terpinggir kononnya. I don't know. So black sheep of the family. So I don't know of her position in the family. Tapi I saw this quote before, it was very interesting. If you ask someone and you ask the person who is the favourite in the house, and you can't answer, most likely it's you. Because you don't see like what others going through. Bila you jangan cepat like yang ni. You tahu okay, that's a favourite. But for this lady,
he's not the favourite.
She's not the favourite. So she feels like I am the only one. I'm the only black sheep in the family. She doesn't explain exactly apakah yang membuat dia terasa hati macam itu sekali. But how do we as parents tahu that
they have this feeling?
Yeah.
That's why I say make time. But sometimes we cannot make time, right? So one of other things that parent can do is to do this. Tadi doa toys. Saya panggil tadi doa toys. When you ask Allah to doa, is syukur time. what is syukur time? I started with the children when diorang kecil-kecil lah. Bila diorang tidur, 3 things to syukur today. Sebab diorang tidur, diorang suka sangat cakap sampai tak boleh tidur kan. So instead of they bubbling speech sembarang, okay, sit down, okay, everybody akan cakap lah. So there will be time, ada mak, ada bapa with my husband juga. So everybody will, somehow dia macam report of what you have did today.
That's beautiful.
So everybody cakap, I syukur today I get to eat grape, I syukur today because at school my teacher give me this. So when everybody, then we know already. Instead of they tell me what to do, today buat apa, but they are saying I syukur today because blah 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 blah.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's what I think we can do lah.
Small things,
small thing, and then tak banyak effort lah. Tidur, okay, before, okay, share everybody, share.
It doesn't sound like macam.
It doesn't sound parenting.
That's not parenting. That's so important. And then it sounds corporate. People go like, I'm unsubscribing right now.
Correct.
Like, oh my god, every time after school, nanti kan ayah ambil anak I kan. So what happened in school today? Everything's good.
Yeah. Their dialogue is the same. So I didn't do that. I think because tanya homework pun sama Kalau ada homework tak ada Umi. Semua tak ada.
Okay, now I feel lah.
So okay, then I have to. Okay, so different angle lah. Different
Thank you,
angle.
Ustazah. Masya Allah.
Syukur time and doa toys. These two.
I never felt less lonely. Apa? Okay. I never. Sorry, producer. Kan tak macam apa. I've never felt. Kadang-kadang kita macam. So now Alhamdulillah, I said open therapy session untuk all the dads and moms and feeling lonely. Macam like, I tanya anak I, ada homework tak?
Parenting
Tak ada. Nanti apa tak bilang.
Lepas tu last minute.
Pagi-pagi.
Yes. Masya Allah.
Ibu, have you
signed this?
Have you signed?
Yes. Yeah.
Semalam I tanya you 3 kali. 3 kali.
Masya Allah. Yeah.
Don't have. Pagi, have you signed? Macam dah buat kerja belum?
Yes.
I pula ni. So Masya Allah.
Yeah,
So now that we feel less lonely in this, kita less agitated.
Correct.
Macam okay, it's not just our children, it's children in general.
The generation nowadays. Different.
Ya Allah. Okay, so tadi ada tanyakan, Ustazah boleh tak repeat balik tentang tadi suatu putus bab yang macam mana untuk treat anak pada 7 tahun.
Okay, 0 hingga 7 tahun sayang, love. 8 sampai 14 disiplin. 15 sampai 21 lah. Lepas tu is friend. So love, discipline, friend. 3 tu.
I see.
Dia break mau boleh tak? Yang 0 tu.
Okay. Okay, macam 0 to 7, bila kita cakap pasal love kan, that means is love and no anger. Macam gitu. Is love and no
Manja kan?
It's all the way. That's why bila kan kita kan sekarang ada this called terrible 2. That's where Masya Allah that phase kan. But
terrible 3.
so you just ada line lah. It's not give everything that they want. There is still firmness, but there's no anger. Anger maksudnya you cannot marah them at that age because they cannot really understand yet. Okay, cuma at this age ada this age called mumayyiz. In Islam, sebelum baligh puberty dia ada tamyiz. Okay, so when diorang 0 to 7, you need to know an age where they already mumayyiz. Mumayyiz means that is where you can start to instill Islamic knowledge in there. Kalau you nak cakap rukun iman, rukun Islam, all the Islamic knowledge, you can start that during tamyiz time. What are the signs of tamyiz? They know when is right, where is right hand, where is left hand. The moment they know, bila pakai kasut kan, mana kanan, mana kiri, that means they are reaching the tamyiz age. And the second sign of tamyiz will be they know how to istinja properly. That one K1, K2, nursery 1, nursery 2 kan. The moment they know how to istinja properly, that means we know that they are already tamyiz.
Ready for
some bigger thing lah in life. That one is 0 to 7.
I see.
So 8 to 14 puberty will start at that age. That's why dah nak kena start discipline them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's why Nabi kata to teach our children solat at 7. And then at 10, if they don't pray, you can discipline them.
I see.
That's why discipline comes at that age, 8 to 14 years old.
So at 15, let's say dah
friend lah. Dah upper sec, dah nak kena friend.
Kalau macam
they still don't do,
tak solat, macam mak kita macam like, macam akan tegur kan,
Yeah,
tak solat kan,
correct.
kita solat kan. Kadang-kadang macam dia solat kerana Allah ke solat kerana mak kan.
Betul,
So
betul.
like what do we do?
I think as parent we need to understand hope and fear. Hope and fear ni dia macam pakai kasut, kena pakai dua kasut. So that means we have to tell our children, kalau tak buat, try again. Macam bangun subuh lah, for example. Dah kejut-kejut subuh tak bangun try again. Tomorrow ada, we pray subuh. Yeah, I think we nak kena tell them that never give up hope in Allah's mercy. We gonna tell them berapa baiknya Allah. Allah will confirm grant our doa. Allah listens, Allah hears, Allah forgives. If we, we have to...
As in like telling them.
Yes. So instead of telling them about the hukum, tell them about the person behind the one who give the hukum, Nabi Muhammad. And tell them the person, the God who created the hukum, Allah. Instead of cakap pasal the hukum first.
What do we tell these children, like maybe they're 16 and they're like 17 or even at 24 kan, and they don't like, and tak solat kan, and their parents are starting to like tell them no solat. How do you encourage without being passive aggressive to your children? Like how do you start a conversation like, hey, you should solat because instead of saying solat, kalau tak
so why you should solat?
Yeah, you should solat.
On a
Maksud like solat, like kata apa tu, kau masuk neraka kalau tak solat, nanti kau like being punished. How do we start that conversation for people who like needs a template sikit?
I think I like to do this. In classes kan, like everybody have a paper and pen, write down what you want to say to Allah. And I won't read your paper, okay? And then you will write it down. I won't read, so it's okay. You can just, and then I will have, I have this session called love letter session. It's a compilation of Quranic quotes where kita cut. So then ask them to take. So then they will open up. So basically whatever they wrote it down there, this is ayat Quran kan. So Allah somehow answer whatever they already write down. Have you experienced like that before?
No.
Yeah, I should bring. I never bring my bag.
Oh wow.
Yeah, InsyaAllah nanti bila
Yes.
So I have this. So every sessions when I have session tengok pada audience kan. So I will have that. Everybody will write it down. Then you all will take that paper, Quranic quotes, and then share with, and then you will rasa sendirilah. Then if there is time, we will share what you wrote and then what Allah says from the verses. InsyaAllah. So sometimes we have to tell our children, macam we have to have this aha moment first before kita cakap kan, oh solat ni you macam talk to Allah. Tapi
don't believe in it.
They don't believe in it.
Yeah. And we also don't believe in
we have to teach them experience instead of teaching them knowledge. We have to buy experience, baru dia masuk dalam hati.
Masya-Allah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that one is not easy lah.
Not easy. That's the hardest part.
It's the hardest part. Yeah.
Once they believe in the experience, and then diorang akan dengan sendirinya buat.
Yes, correct.
Buy into the experience.
Yes. I homeschool my second child. So I really like, when you homeschool, dia tak ada stress macam kakak dia. Kakak dia kan in a madrasah. The second one tak ada. So dia akan cakap. So our conversation starts because she initiated it. So like last December,
how old is she?
She is P2.
Oh wow.
Very young. Example, Christmas, December kan Christmas. I tak pernah cakap pasal Christmas. That means I don't initiate
the conversation.
The conversation. So dia tahu Mary lah, blah blah blah. Then I cakap it's Nabi Isa. Mary's mother is Nabi Isa. Then she start to
Mary's son is Nabi Isa.
Yes, correct. Then she start. This is the question that came from her. Dia kata, Umi, is Mary the little lamb? Is the same as Mary this one, or are they different? Macam coming from budak kecilnya perspektif kan, because diorang dengar
little lamb.
Then from there baru kita cerita, sebab diorang tak tahu apa, macam they don't know but I didn't talk about it yet lah. But this is how they think. So I really like it when the children initiate instead of kita yang buat ni. But I think the first thing that we have to tell them, if they are this age, is to believe in the Judgment Day. I think that's the core to whenever I teach older kids.
Older kids berapa umur mereka?
That means macam 7 years and above lah.
Oh, the 7 to 15.
Yes, that age. That means before kita cakap solat, blah blah blah, we have to make them imagine what will happen after we die. Do you believe in death? Everybody die. Then from there nanti diorang akan share, yeah, I have a friend who commit suicide at this age. I have friends. So, Masya Allah budak-budak ni at this age saja diorang dah go through this
much.
Experience. Yeah. So then baru kita start off, okay, what happened in the kubur, what happened in padang mahsyar. Then they will, then baru boleh cakap pasal solat. You know, that's why dia ada rukun iman kat sini kan. That's what I did lah, as in when I
So that's
teaching.
good to ask them first for them to initiate their own problems.
Yes, before we
before you force them to do things
Yes.
that could. And kadang-kadang kita lupa that they
are human too, yang have brains and heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know more than we give them credit for.
Yes, correct.
Budak-budak
Correct. Yeah. Masya Allah.
Okay, some other parenting things. Okay, by the way, kalau kat YouTube live chat, you can please give us a questions anytime, dan I akan tanya kepada Ustazah Suaida. Okay, this syukur time will be better if it's written. And then you can look back at all the things you were grateful for when you're feeling down. That is beautiful. That's a great idea.
Yeah, okay, boleh buat post-it
Boleh buat post-it. And then you just like have this like
then
open folder, the date,
yes,
and what you were grateful for. Or like just like what you're grateful for yesterday, today, and then tomorrow. Kadang-kadang kita lupa semalam what do you have for lunch.
Yes.
Like you have to really think about what you had for lunch.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Our life is so fast that way.
Fast. Yeah. And kadang-kadang ni, I really appreciate kadang-kadang Facebook post tau.
Yes, correct.
Facebook punya post like what I said 5 years ago.
Yeah.
What I said 10 years ago. What I said 12 years ago. Kadang-kadang macam like, dulu ingat macam mana punya cool aku. Macam like, apa aku tulis ni. Kan? So, I think like what we're grateful for kadang-kadang, in life, kita akan naik tarafkan kita punya expectation.
Betul.
So, what we were grateful for 10 years ago, now kita anggap macam, okay, yeah, that's okay. That is as it should.
Betul.
Kan?
Betul.
And then kita dah macam kurang bersyukur. So, if you were to look back what we were grateful for like 10 years ago, I think I would cry. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I should have started that. Bersyukur. And so now I can like go back and Fiza, see how far you've come. Instead
We
of
will
like
appreciate more.
Masya Allah, that's a great idea of like your idea combination with journaling it down.
Yes, Masya Allah.
Thank you for the idea. Okay, so other stories lah of how they wished things could be different when they're growing up. Yang ini, I wish my parents could be a good listener and at least show us some love towards both of us siblings. Ini mungkin dua adik-beradik, dan mungkin they feel like macam the parents have been working all the time and not really listening to them, not being present. Yeah. Yang ini, I wish that they're both truly present. Doesn't mean bila dua-dua masih hidup lagi and home physically, doesn't mean all is well.
They're home.
They're home, but they're not present.
Masya Allah.
Kan
reflection on
ourselves.
Parenting. Yeah, Masya Allah. We so busy cleaning up the house and do work.
Snacks, work, meeting.
And then yeah. So that's why I think like having a me time with each child helps me in my parenting journey. Yeah, especially the older ones. Yeah.
How old is the older one?
P4, P2, 3 years old and 8 months.
8 months. Oh, Masya Allah.
So all
very
all
close.
Classes, yeah.
And then for P4, we would think like, there's still baby, macam masih kedak kecil. But you already have the me time in the P4.
Yes, correct.
Because I feel like kids nowadays they are more expressive.
I think they are more matured. As in they can think. No, I know. Yeah.
It could be mature. Yeah. I feel like macam even like
they know what's happening, although they just keep quiet.
They do know. Like, so how do you make your child open up? Like, if you could apply to all ages right now, how do you make your child open up?
Through food, I think. Through food, then they will start to. We have to fit in their nafs. Buy things.
Yang dorang suka.
Because sometimes as parents, I tak tahu sekarang ni my P4 tu dia suka pork mat. I tak tahu tu pork mat tu apa. So lepas dia tahu, okay, let's make effort lah. Jom pergi pork mat. So that's our date. Okay, you choose one. Then from there, like I said, from her decision, I can gauge what type of character, personality she is. Kan, from what from her, how she eat, how she InsyaAllah.
So that's a good reflection for like some of the complaints that we've had as children. And then we reflect back on what we can be as better parents is not being present. I feel like that not being present could also cause problems when we're trying to buy presents.
Yes, correct.
So you do not know.
Yes, correct.
Kan? Kadang-kadang macam like dia dah P4.
I nak kasih apa birthday dia nanti?
And then we still buy the same things as when they were P1.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Macam contohnya P1 tu you belikan dia I don't know
Toyota stuff.
Toys R Us stuff.
Sekarang dah tak dah.
Yeah,
It's another level of
dia prefer baju contoh.
Yes.
You don't know like
Yes.
dia suka baju sekarang.
Yeah. I did that. One of the dates, kita cari baju. So kita tak tahu kan dia suka. So dia yang bawa I kat baju-baju cotton on. Kita tak bawa dia tahu. Kan mak dia ustazah, jadi tak masuk cotton on kan. Jadi bila dia masuk Umi, I have this one. But it's okay. Inside I will wear lengan panjang, I wear cardigan, and then so I started to macam okay, so let's have dah besar, so we, and it's not wrong, I cannot have such nak kena pakai baju macam gini je, nak kena pakai makan macam gini, tak boleh apa. So that's why I start to let go. Okay, come, Umi pay for you. So then she started to my mom get it you know
Mama gets it.
Okay, so then slowly she open up.
Because I remember like macam in when you're growing up, you have like sometimes you see around people nanti keluar rumah baju lain sampai tempat baju lain.
Okay.
Like macam like because you don't do things the same
okay,
when your parents are around. And this reminds me
agree.
Mana there was one story. Okay, some of it for example is such as I wish they would show more love and more accepting in listening. Overprotective and literally want you to follow their way aja. Sekejap lagi. Okay, I wish my parents were more affectionate with me, or I wish my parents are the person I can confide in the most. Like when I'm down, I want to seek them, but that's not the case because I feel I cannot confide in them. They don't open up. And then there was okay, I cannot find right now the story.
Okay,
that they give.
This make me lead to this thing. I think something that we have to, apart from teaching our children what we need to teach them, this is something that we must teach them. Khidmah, to serve us. This is something that I only know after learning, after experiencing. What is serve us? As simple as ask our children to make coffee for the father, or if the mother, I like Milo for example. So this serving is an act of humility as a child. Kita kan tak rasa humility tau. As a child selalu kita rasa aku lagi pandai dari mak bapak aku lagi kaya dari mak bapak aku, that kind. And that's wrong actually,
Or like macam my parents should serve me.
Cannot. So it's like the other way around. So this is something I think macam I tak buat. It's a missing knowledge that is not in our growing up. So these small things macam kita pakaikan diorang kasut kan bila kecil-kecil. So sekarang ni boleh je. So this is what we did just recently. Buat air, so the big sisters akan do air, yang budak kecil akan buat apa tahu, pakaikan Umi ayah kasut. Dia taklah pakaikan sangat lah. You just need to take my shoe from the shoe, just put here. Yes, correct. So that's what the smaller one did. So kalau tak kat luar kan diorang ada banyak energy kan, nak kemas-kemas kan. So instead of doing that, okay, you just Umi, this is shoe for you and this is shoe for ayah.
So some responsibility there.
So these are not just responsibility tau, to serve the parent. So bila kecil-kecil kita ni, insyaAllah bila dia dah besar, but it's not easy lah, I guess. And then as simple as salam ibu bapa. Some family dia kalau salam parents akan salam cium kanan, cium kiri, peluk. But they are family who tak salam. And we cannot say that it's not right, but it's their family punya culture. But if you want to put anything, you're gonna start putting it now. So I think this serving parents punya culture in the family. But it's not easy lah. Macam sekarang I tak buat kecil-kecil. So macam mana dengan my parent macam my own parent. So maybe can start dengan hug kan, because it's not in the culture to really hug. It's just salam and then so hug first. Then you start to slowly even to slowly selalu kan mak serve kita. Sekarang tak apa, mak masak tapi kita yang serve. Macam letak nasi, macam we tell ourselves this are a way of serving our parents. But our parents don't want to be served. Kita pun don't want our children to serve us. But that's how kita instill this humility as a child in ourselves. If not, kita akan rasa macam
I think physically it tells you how to act towards filial piety.
Yes.
Macam it's not just macam we know that we respect, and respect is a very abstract and big word.
Yes,
Dia
yes,
macam
yes.
tak nampak benda tu kan.
Dia theory je.
Dia theory. Yeah. So when you start doing it, then you see the physical
change,
of respect,
yes.
of like salam.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ada macam but I tak salam, but doesn't mean I tak respect, which is okay.
Yeah.
Cuma these are some of the ways that you physically want to show your respect towards
correct.
someone.
Yeah. One of the adab in eating kan kita makan sama-sama dengan mak bapak kan, hari raya kan, the adab is parents eat first before children. Kita tak kitanya mindset anak-anak dah makan baru kita makan kan, but the Islamic adab is parents must makan dulu. So sekarang kita dah tahu kan, so we tell our children, so children
for us.
Yes. So kalau budak tu, yelah, kita tak boleh paksa dia kalau kan, but they are children. So dia akan, Umi, you dah makan belum? Okay, you makan dulu. Then baru kita makan. Walaupun at that time kita belum lagi nak makan. So dia akan just swap apa yang dia ada pada kita. So that means we know, okay, she get it. Yeah. She understand it.
Yeah. And then apa tu, also dah timbulkan kemesraan.
Yes, correct. So same goes to us. So when we are with our parents table, okay, we don't do eat first, but tapi kalau dah lapar dia memang next level tau. But kita tahu, okay, aku nak serve my parents, so this is like another way of serving lah. You let them eat first, then we eat.
Itu bukan kasih sayang because physically, like macam like even for weddings, and then you have like cake cutting, and then you swap. If that is a symbol of like macam manja-manja, and what else if we do it to our parents?
Yes,
kan, our do it to our our anak-anak, and our anak do it to us as well, like swap us as well. I feel like macam
betul.
we overlook that small little touches of to instill rasa manja forever. So ada kalanya like some complaints will be like, like among parents will be like, nanti kalau budak-budak dia kan diorang start hire
sendiri apa? Mak-mak suka cakap gitu.
Dia start lah diorang they have their own mind. Secondary school dah macam dulu, I'm a daddy's girl, lepas tu dah tak jadi daddy's girl lagi dah kan. But if you keep on like having that suap menyuap, you always be a mummy's,
the feeling is there. The feeling is there. They can remember the feeling.
Because the physical touch is still there.
Yes, correct.
Apa yang buat aku kadang adalah, you don't know like, can I hug?
Yes. Can.
You feel like macam what do I? Kan? So you start out with that.
Yes, correct. Even if you dah besar macam gini, start with a small hug.
This is interesting. A new question that comes in. I wish parents know how to differentiate the difference between protecting and controlling. It's dia macam tu lah, macam dia ada subset of each other. Like when you are trying to protect someone, you tell that person, don't do this, try not to do that. But this other person who views it as like, why are you controlling the way I wear, for example? Why are you controlling my friends circle? Kan? I know, like I know my friends macam gini, tapi I tak ikut diorang macam gitu. Tapi
macam zaman kita
kan, macam I tahu dia macam gini, tapi I would do that if I want to do that.
Yes,
kan?
correct.
But from the parents' perspective, you go like, wait, I have gone through it. I know that you kalau asyik dengan benda ni je, you akan terikut.
Betul.
So how do we balance that protecting but not controlling?
Okay, I would answer in a different perspective. Maksudnya, before we talk about controlling and protecting, we need to ask ourselves. That means the question is, like when to be angry. Betul tak? Maksud, when can parent be angry? Because we are talking about protecting them, nak kena marah ke tak, atau controlling them pun involve anger. So instead of putting that in perspective, we need to differentiate as parent whether a mistake or a sin. Can I just
Okay.
So if it is a mistake, it's okay, they can learn from the mistake. So you don't marah them, you don't too much on them, pressure them. But if it's a sin, even if it's a sin, you have a choice to be angry with them. But there's, I think I shared with you the story kan, bila zaman Nabi, the sahabah wants to minta izin Nabi untuk buat zina. But then Nabi says, you solat sunat taubat. Ya, angkat wuduk and solat sunat 2 rakaat, solat sunat taubat. So that means even if it's sin, even if you have a choice to be angry with your children, now take a step back and make amend. Even if it's a sin. So I think as parent, we need to tell ourselves when to get, bila boleh marah, to see ini mistake atau ini dosa.
Saya tengah dengar ni ada Dragon Boat competition kat belakang. Welcome to my My backyard gitu. Tengah ada gemuk festival kat belakang tengok
Friday,
competition,
Friday.
Oh ya.
Hari ni Friday.
Tu tengah ada real serious competition
Oh, they start from here
They were from there. They came here tadi dekat yang bridge tu. Lepas tu patah balik. Tengok. Bagus tak view dia kan? Okay. So, wow, that's interesting. And I really feel like a lot of it is on us
Yeah,
as
parenting
individuals. Macam how do we control our emotions. Sebab tengah marah tu nak tegur anak. Dia punya niat tu nak tegur cara baik. Tertinggi suara.
Yes, correct. Agree.
And then your children feel like, alah, beritahu dia buat apa pun. Dia marah pun. Dia marah je. So might as well I go and get someone else who can help me.
Yeah, correct.
Nanti tolong tidak. I'll be in trouble lagi ada.
There is one time of my kids punya doa toys, Ya Allah, please make my Umi not angry anymore. Macam, alamak. So that means maybe at that time I tengah, emotion.
Emotion.
So macam, it's a good reflection lah. Wah, alah, aku still marah je sekarang. Okay dah. So take a step back.
But then you feel like, oh, kau tak ingat lah zaman, like for example in the entire day, you will feed them, you will hug them, you will kiss them, but then you remember that one part kena marah.
Yes.
And then macam, macam mana kan jadi mak, nak jadi mak ni kan?
Betul.
Yeah, I feel like macam it's so tough. And that's why I have another IG story that ask questions. Parents, what and how do you think you're misunderstood? Yeah, because I feel like it's macam mana, it's always a human problem.
Yes.
The children will
fitrah.
think this way.
Yes.
The parents will think that you are this way.
Yes, correct.
Macam I'm giving you everything, tapi you nampak benda yang satu yang you tak ada. Kan? For example like you have all the latest technology. Dia beli apa, belilah you. But there's one thing I nak you. Tak boleh keluar malam dengan kawan-kawan. I want to have dinner with me. But you feel like, oh my goodness, my parents are like so old fashioned. But that's that one thing I'm asking you for. But you will pandang benda yang tu. And then that's from the mother's perspective. From the kid's perspective, they go like, look, I'm already like 24. I want just to go out and watch a movie with my friend. Takkan tu tak boleh. Takkan tu pun tak boleh. Kan? I have this story question. Oh, this is interesting. I hope my parents will stop being too conscious about what people might think. Macam of me or like of her or of him. Macam like nanti orang kata apa?
Mak gitu
Nanti orang kata apa? Jiran sebelah kata apa? Nanti jiran kat depan tu si Mak Long tu anak dia baik-baik anak dia. Nanti apa dia dengan aku? Kayak for example macam contoh ada orang macam takut anak tak pergi sekolah tertentu.
Yes.
Like what will people say about children?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Kan? Or like by 25 kau tak kahwin. Tu cakap apa?
Belum ada.
It's not about your children tau. It's like orang cakap apa?
Yes, correct. So like, how do you react as a child?
How do you react?
As a child,
and how do you as parents realize that you are doing that? Like macam not to care so much about people think, and then your main focus here is your direct relations.
Yes, I think when we talk about this issue, we need to have tag team with your husband. I think this teamwork with a husband is very important while we are raising and parenting children. That means we have to tell ourselves and our husband like whatever the people around say to us, we are here to take care of our children in our own way. That's why kita dengan husband kena same page. Jadi orang-orang kalau tukar-tukar page kan, we know that me and our husband is on the same page, and that also need effort. Because we rarely sit down in a meeting with the husband talk about this professional. Jarang. Selalu just macam as we go kan, as we go, and then it snowballs, and by the time we get to that particular destination, we are miles apart. Yes, we are not on the same page. So nak kena balik.
Okay, this is interesting. Oh my goodness, terima kasih banyak-banyak. So many of you are on YouTube live chat and asking so many questions. I minta maaf. Now let's go to the questions. This is quite sad. One. Okay, I'm not going to name names lah. Dekat sini, my bapa is sangat panas baran and too egoistic to everyone. Jadi, I pindah ke Melbourne. And this is also not a one-time story. I've also had previously some stories of children
to
migrating,
like run away from the family.
Ada yang macam, I think there was another story that says like, I got married because I want to run away from my parents. And they also said like, macam, you're not marrying for
the correct reason.
So just like, let me just get out of the house.
Yes, correct.
Ada yang
it's many. It's many.
I want to take this offer in London, not because I have a better job offer, but because you know what, it's far and I don't have to return back.
I have my freedom.
I have my freedom.
That freedom.
And as parents, that will be the, I don't know, but that's the ultimate saddest thing.
Yeah.
Like you grew up, this person
I
is a
have
part,
been raising
you. Like this is a part of my flesh and blood, and the only thing I want you to be is around when I'm older, and I'm raising you so that you can run from me.
InsyaAllah. So
Sangat
sad.
sedih kan?
If I were to ask, if I were to give small comments, it will be like the only thing that we can let go of our children to go outside, away from us, is to seek knowledge. That means, yelah, kita kadang mak pun nak hantar anak perempuan nak pergi Malaysia belajar je, ayah akan fikir banyak kali tau, apatah lagi you nak pergi overseas. But that is basic. It's allowed because they need to seek knowledge. Yeah. But with the correct reason lah. With the correct reason. Yeah. But this
macam
is
betul-betul nak berumah tangga. For example,
dengan orang yang
dia betul-betul suka. Yeah. And not for like because you know what, I don't want to see you anymore. I pun tak nak gaduh dengan you.
Correct, yeah.
I want to live in peace. Kalau mungkin ada yang mungkin for this person that left this comments, maybe bagi dia macam agak Singapura buat gaduh. Agak I pun derhaka.
So that's why I think as a child, the key to happiness in dunia and akhirat is forgive our parents, and that is easier said than done. So I don't know, I hope you are doing fine right now, but learn to forgive them. Like learn to forgive them.
But and coming to the next question, another story that comes in, and I feel like maybe this is a kesinambungan daripada what you shared. What if you want to forgive, but the same problem still
arise over and over again?
Repeatedly, it's very exhausting. So he says this: how can macam kalau parents and anak macam bermusuh, like not both, how does both parties not know it has come to this?
MasyaAllah. MasyaAllah. Okay. So what we should do, I think what we should do, right? Okay, number one, you have to forgive. I know it's not easy to forgive. Number two, even if this thing happen over and over again, we have to tell ourselves we are a child.
No matter how old you are.
No matter how old you are, and that won't, kita tak boleh, that won't change. Just like the story bila Nabi, this son, sahabat, wants to repay the kindness of the mother. So what he did? So he says, dia nak apa tau? Dia nak carry the mother throughout haji. So buat tawaf, buat sa'i, buat lontar, semua perjalanan tu, jalan Mina semua carry. Will I repay my mother's kindness and sacrifice? Then Nabi kata, sikit pun tak repay. Subhanallah. So I think as a child, whatever we are, whatever we did, whatever our parents did, is like to forgive lah. And forgiving is not easy. So if they do it again, I will khalas, forgive again. Just like our children, dia akan buat over and over again, and kita akan forgive. So that's
Wow. And I remember my first few weeks of cakap masjid. Cepat masa berlalu It was just last year kan. I feel like I just did cakap masjid and nak dekat.
It's been a year
Oh, not quite. Last year I started in bulan April I rasa.
Oh, belum a year. This April ni baru a year.
This April baru a year. Tapi kalau in terms of calendar Islam, it's almost going to be when waktu Ramadan.
So this March, as in this coming March.
Kalau
InsyaAllah.
For I think one of the first few things I mungkin ada tahu tau waktu kecil, tapi ada lupa. And then when all these things, ingat orang yang ingat balik, like antara there's 8 pintu syurga, and just one pintu syurga is really dedicated to orang yang suka maafkan orang, pemaaf. And
it's not easy.
It's not easy. That's why there's a pintu syurga.
It's not easy
for those who loves to forgive. It is so hard to do. And I feel like when I'm listening to this ustazah, kadang-kadang dia lebih senang untuk maafkan musuh dari maafkan orang yang kita sangat sayang.
Betul.
Atau orang yang sangat sayangkan kita.
Betul. MasyaAllah.
Right? Like, and then you feel, have you ever read this quote online that says like, sometimes this person, like best friends kalau sometimes like your best friend can become an overnight stranger, orang yang tak nak jumpa langsung untuk you, compared to like a stranger
can just become your blood.
Macam you rather be talking to like a complete stranger daripada berbual dengan orang yang yesterday you anggap sebagai sister. It could just like turn things around like that. It's so hard to forgive orang yang you pernah sayang.
InsyaAllah.
Kan, it's that's a good thoughts untuk forgive again and again, especially kalau orang tu adalah mak kita, bapa kita.
that you cannot
anak
change.
kita. You cannot change.
Yeah, you cannot change
It's
that.
how it is.
It's Allah's choose for you. You can choose your husband, you can choose your friends, you can choose your clothes. But these people, anak-anak dan
mak bapak.
you cannot choose. Allah choose for them. When Allah choose, that's the best.
That's the best.
That's the best for you. MashaAllah.
Wow, yeah.
MashaAllah.
Wow.
MashaAllah.
So macam kadang-kadang like, I wish I have that parents. No, that might not be the best for you. This is the best for you. How and why?
To bring the best version of yourself.
Yeah. Of course, we're saying it in general, not tertaluk pada kes-kes istimewa.
Betul.
There are, of course, everyone's life is different.
Yeah.
We're not saying that it fits for all cases, because we also know of cases of abuse that you step out of the, of that thing and go and get help for your adik-beradik, go and get help for your mom, go and get help for your, for your family members.
Betul.
So because we know of like parents being abusive towards, towards one partner, towards the children, so it's important. So
That
again,
one nak kena
out.
another.
It does not apply to this situation. Okay, next story. Oh, this is a long one. Okay, so how to go through that kalau kita balik kerja aja. Oh, so I think this one is a child yang nak berbaik dengan mak dia. Dah maafkan mak dia, like, let's try to talk. Okay, makanya pada mak dia dah, betul tak? Dia macam perasaan merajuk tu dah lama terbenam. So how to go through all that you've advised Ustazah. Kalau kita balik kerja aja, mak masuk bilik. Kalau kita pergi kerja, mak tutup pintu bilik. Bila masuk nak salam, action tidur.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of steps to take.
Yes, yes. Win her heart back, I think. But I know it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah. It's to kadang-kadang orang dia macam kita, orang yang merajuk dia nak kita pujuk.
Yes, correct.
It's a matter of dia pujuk satu hari ataupun pujuk satu bulan.
Yes. Baru you nak kena win back the heart, kan?
Yeah. And kadang-kadang macam kita gets awkward.
Yes.
Macam untuk
agree.
kawan kerja tu mungkin tak awkward sangat. Beli air, taping, besok belikan croissant, besok belikan kek, donat.
Until lembut hati dia.
But it's a friend, so you don't have any previous expectation of like how it's awkward ke tak awkward ke. Macam kadang tu parents adik-beradik this is tak biasa, jadi dia rasa macam canggung. You expect them to be okay besok.
Yes, MashaAllah.
Without effort. Padahal diorang lah you kena give more effort, kan?
Yes, correct. There's a hadith, Rasulullah SAW says that the meaning is the zikir la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyil azim,
MashaAllah,
can cure 99 sickness, can cure 99 problems.
One second, Ustazah.
Rasulullah says this zikir la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyil azim, there's no strength, there's no except to Allah,
just keep on
can
repeating
cure 99 sickness or problems. So for to this girl who are going through this with the mother, zikir la hawla wa quwwata illa billah repeatedly with an intention, Allah, just like how Nabi says this, I hope I can also cure my problem with my mother.
Oh, amin.
InsyaAllah.
Ya Rabbal Alamin. So you start off your morning with that.
Yes.
Bila
Every day.
MasyaAllah. Amin. Like jangan patah semangat.
Yes, jangan patah semangat.
Untuk keep on.
Yes,
like
correct.
nak salamat. And then before you pergi salamat tu, kan takut macam like, oh my goodness, she's not going to talk to me. So read that zikir that and then salam dia.
Betul.
Right? And then before balik jumpa, you zikir juga. And if you could bring her favourite pengat pisang, for example, you could bring her favourite. You tahu mak you suka ni. Or like even when she doesn't want to eat, can put it outside like, mak, I bought for you nasi ambeng. Mak suka kan? Untuk kat luar
Yeah, MashaAllah.
Whether or not she takes it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can even make dua for them. That means there are there's just 5 tips, 5 things that we must make dua for our parents. You know what are they? The first one is good health, when they are still alive, good health. Number 2, long life.
MasyaAllah.
For parents, memang kita nak long life because we want their doa. Because parents doa dengan Allah tak ada hijab. So selagi dia orang hidup, when they make doa for us, insyaAllah.
MasyaAllah.
That's why kita ask, mak doakan doakan. Walaupun dia tak tahu kita nak apa tahu. So somehow in their doa, dia akan doa lah. Kan?
Somehow Allah will know.
So kita so as long as they have long life, kita masih ada that doa yang naik without hijab.
So it's true, parents yang moms doa naik tanpa hijab.
Masya Allah. So we ask, Ya Allah, make that long life. And then what is it? ask your Allah so that your parents redha with you. This is so beautiful because redha Allah is in the redha of our parents. So we make dua, ya Allah, I don't know whether my mother ni redha dengan I ke tidak, my abah ni redha I ke tidak, ya Allah, make them pleased with me. So this lah macam, so instead of selalu kan kita baca Rabbighfirli waliwalidayya kan, itu mesti baca. So this ada add on doa that we ask Allah for our parents.
Masya Allah. For ours, I've never seen that way. For our parents to redha with us.
Yes, Masya Allah.
Yeah. In everything.
Yes, in everything. And it's so, sometimes it's also malu to ask. Sebab it's not in the
Nak menyusahkan. Betul-betul.
So macam, instead of, you ask, if you can ask, please ask. Macam I am still shy. So I make doa. So ya Allah, my parents be pleased with me.
Ya Allah, amin ya rabbal alamin. Like kadang-kadang macam aku ni macam cakap mak aku lah, so doa ni asyik sedoa je kerja. Kan?
Subhanallah, we are talking about parenting, about children, but we are reflecting
on ourselves.
our parents, ourselves and the parents.
Like how we ask our parents for things.
Inshallah.
And be very grateful lah for
correct whatever happens in life with our parents. Yeah.
And especially I think that was very touching when you said about kisah zaman Rasulullah
yang angkat mak,
dia pemuda yang angkat mak dia, tolong mak dia tawaf,
do haji.
Do haji basically.
It's
mak dia doing haji using your bag.
Yes,
and you feel like
tired.
This is how
I repay.
Like I'm doing this for her. And sikit pun tak. Can you imagine
whatever
we have done right now, is it even enough for that sikit? Like Masya Allah.
Reflection.
Masya Allah. And then here we think like, oh,
we have done a lot for the parents. Macam kita rasa
macam dah buat. Oh, this story is beautiful. Like it's instilling piety within ourselves and insyaAllah within our children juga, kan? More stories during live chat. So thank you kawan-kawan kat YouTube live chat. Very very active.
YouTube live chat.
My YouTube live chat. There's like 118 watching us on YouTube live chat. Just YouTube tak termasuk kat Facebook sekarang ni. So Facebook, I've not been on Facebook yet. So Facebook, please share and also let us know your questions kalau ada. So this person, okay, kata Syakila, maaf Ustazah, as much as we need to forgive our parents, some parents mereka akan gunakan the card parenthood, macam aku mak kau, aku bapa kau, to get away with their negativity. So can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, I think macam we have baggage. I think our parents also have baggage, and our grandparents also have baggage. The emotion baggage that they bring.
From generation
to generation. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. As in, I don't know exactly what to do.
Yeah, for your situation.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll think about it and then we can, because I feel like I've spoken to ramai asatiza, and then all of the beautiful thing is everyone has got different perspective on parenting and different stories of Rasulullah, different stories of sahabat, para nabi, and so ada yang cakap like in Islam also we do not want you to kejam pada diri sendiri, like
correct.
your health,
your health, mental health
also matters.
Yes.
And you have done your best, and then maybe you need some space away for you to recharge.
I agree with that.
And then come back again. So if you need that time away, probably you should daripada macam you bergaduh, daripada you
take the toxic in.
So maybe we can keep that question again. Okay. Lagi ni ada, I wish my parents did not make us girls, ni adalah anak perempuan, do more housework than my brothers. Dulu at home, I had to serve my brothers even though diorang lagi muda dari I. They made us girls feel like we are lower and we are made to serve men.
Masya Allah. It's zaman orang dulunya thinking.
At the end of the day, kau masuk dapur juga.
Yes.
At the end of the day, kau akan serve your husband juga. And then you grow up with that self-sabotage mentality.
Yes, correct.
Like you know, or can I be better than a man?
Yes, correct.
Can I do this?
If I can share another story just now.
Yeah.
If I can ask Izin to share, she is also like that. That she has 5 siblings. She's the eldest, so she's doing the parent duties, jaga anak, masak, send and fetch the siblings to school. And then she says now she got married. So when she got married, it helps her, like all her experience last time, it makes her parenthood easier because she did it before. So it's so somehow kita nak kena look things at with the heart. This is Allah's plan. You know, Allah's plan kan. Okay, that means kalau tak, saya tak tahu nak do work at home if my mother don't train me at home. Yeah, like for me, kita ada 3 girls. Siblings I 3 girls, 1 boy. So semua orang ada kerja masing-masing. So bila kecil-kecil, kerja I vacuum mop je. So sampai ke besar, vacuum mop je I pandai. Masa I dah specialize. Tapi kalau suruh cuci mangkuk ke lipat baju, itu I-nya adiknya department lah.
Okay.
So sampai sekarang pun kalau nak suruh lipat baju, ya Allah, macam it's just I just cannot. But I need to do because I'm a parent now. So yeah.
And
so,
I guess like macam because of the hidayah that you got right now at this age, they feel like, look, that was not right, quite right. So you will
don't do that.
Yeah. So now you'll be like, okay, to my daughters.
And my sons. Do this. Everybody do this together. Yeah.
It's now maybe it's your role right now to instill equality in like housework.
Yes.
To unlearn.
Unlearn.
Masya Allah. Okay, before there's a lot more stories that we're going to read, but jangan lupa today, niat kita adalah untuk dapat mengumpul dana derma sedekah Jumaat ini untuk Masjid Al-Amin. I'm going to flash the QR code right now untuk you dapat screenshot. Please screenshot this one, and then dengan niat you, mungkin you hari Jumaat ni kita before we derma, bukannya kita like tak ikhlas, bukan, but when you derma, what is the good niat when you are doing your pay now scan to sedekah pada masjid, Ustazah? Like before a derma, any act of derma, like can we like, ya Allah, like right now hati I tak tenang, hati I rasa sedih in my current particular situation with my parent, for example, yang ada yang DM kan, ada yang live chat ni kan, macam I sedih, I wish that it was a better situation.
Correct.
I hope that with my sedekah, may Allah ease it for me.
You can do just like that. Make doa before you.
Just like that. Tak payah nak macam certain surah.
Bismillah. The intention is bigger. Yeah. There's even a hadith Rasulullah SAW says every time in the morning, like lepas matahari naik atas daripada subuh tu, siapa-siapa yang beri sedekah, malaikat akan doa untuk orang yang beri sedekah.
Masya Allah.
Dan siapa-siapa yang tak beri sedekah, malaikat akan make macam not melaknat lah, yang tak doa untuk dia. So if you want to have doa malaikat, sedekah. So macam that's the first thing you need to do every day on a apa. So sekarang dah ada pay now kan. So hari ni masjid ni, is that on Friday increase the sedekah. Maybe on Friday more masjid to sedekah.
I see. So it's a good habit to do every morning.
Yes, correct.
Lepas subuh.
Yes.
Lepas matahari naik, or just after subuh. After subuh. You can start doing yes, correct. Sedekah. Any amount you want for pay now.
Yes, correct.
Kadang-kadang kita tak rasa.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
So it can be like our spiritual routine instead of baca Quran ke, this is also a routine yang lagi orang tak nampak. Bila kita pay now, tak ada orang tahu kita pay now.
Berapa? Even your
how much? Your partner also don't know. So everybody's on the phone right now. You can do whatever kan. So Bismillah. May this small thing that we do every day, Allah terima dan buat kita masuk syurga. Kerana amalan yang kecil ni je.
Masya Allah.
Yang secret, yang tak ada orang nampak, dan dia ikhlas untuk, Masya Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
The bigger of sedekah, Masya Allah.
Masya Allah. Like macam people will not know you masukkan warna biru ke, warna hijau ke, warna merah ke, dan tabung.
Hatta if you ada $1 coin, macam
no one knows.
Yes, Masya Allah.
No one knows.
Masya
Kan?
Allah.
Gaji you akan masuk minggu depan. So today you can only spare this
amount.
$2.
And you give. And you still give.
Yeah, you still give, Masya Allah. And you still give despite not having that
enough, yeah.
And one thing I love macam kat Masjid Al-Atis so beautiful is, kita tahu dalam belajar mathematics 10 minus 2 is 8, but Allah does not work that way. Ya Allah, that is like
Masya Allah,
peringatan yang sangat luar biasa. Like kadang-kadang you fikir like, okay, if I'm going to give like macam, okay, I'm going to like give $5 every day, for example lah. 5 times 30 is 150. Wait, my gaji baru 1,000. It's not going to be enough. And somehow
they will
Allah makes it enough.
Extra, yeah.
It's just somehow, because it could be somehow you naik pangkat, gaji you naik
Betul.
1,800.
Masya Allah.
Kan macam like, and it's not, and you don't see it as your sedekah. You tak nampak. It's just randomly.
Because when Allah give in His term.
You know, ya, Masya Allah, ya Allah,
Like
ya
not in
Allah.
our term Masya Allah.
Masya Allah. So thank you Ustazah. I hope that anyone yang ada rasa macam keresahan, maybe not towards your parents, maybe towards your own children yang dah besar sekarang ni.
Correct.
You feel like your children loves their father more, your children loves their mother more. Kan ada bapa komunikasi, mak kau je. Kan sikit mak. Kan ada mak pula fikir, aku yang susah payah tidurkan kau.
Dengan bapa
Bapa je kau baik. Bapa kau je baik. Bapa kau tak kuasa dengan kau. Aku yang sibuk ni. Kadang-kadang kita marah anak sebab kita sayang anak.
Betul.
But they don't see as their father being perfect, or they see their mother's being perfect. And then you feel like, why doesn't my child love me as much, or like love me as they should love me? I doakan that with today's topic and today's derma and sedekah dapat
melapangkan.
Ya, betul.
Amin.
I doakan juga untuk doa semoga lapang dada. Because with lapang dada Ustazah, no matter how big it is, you rasa very calm.
Betul. Walaupun tak ada duit, walaupun duit tak cukup, tapi hati lapang Masya Allah.
Ya, Masya Allah.
Rezeki.
Okay, yang ini along before we end this, salam Kak Fiza and Ustazah Suaida. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My mother is very loving. My father is very abusive. I grew up in an abusive childhood. Every Father's Day I get jealous. Kenapa bapa orang lain ni sayang, pandai sayang anak. So sometimes I akan ask, kenapa my dad macam gini? Till now I tak suka my dad. Not only the abuse I got, but macam-macam fitnah my dad akan lontarkan pada I. So I like to escape from my abusive home to feel relief. After a few years, my mum nak I balik ke rumah. Cuma Allah je tahu betapa seksanya my dad mentally abuse me dari hari ke hari. Dan dia akan kacau my privacy. I've already seek help. I don't know how to deal dengan bapa yang mulut jahat macam gini. I don't know whether this is a general problem. Yeah, my siblings literally don't care about it. Sekarang my dad dah kind of old. I kind of forgive him for what he did,
but I cannot forget
what he did to me as a child. So I rasa macam that kind of like dendam tau. My mom doesn't know about how I feel. Entah macam mana agaknya Allah berikan I that kesabaran.
InsyaAllah.
Tak pernah pun I nak salahkan my abah for how I am right now. Mungkin kerana duit dia jadi macam ni. Okay, I just dapat the money part, I'm not sure. I'm not understanding this part. But sometimes like, when we see our parents,
expressive,
when we see our parents, cara diorang makan, menunjukkan diorang tua. Betul. It's like small things that they do that you feel, they're tua, my parents.
Betul.
The way they walk,
the way they sleep, can sing. Kan kalau kita urut-urut kaki.
And or like they're getting more frail. And because we see them all the time, kita tak perasan tau. Tak perasan they're aging.
But the story, like to forgive a person who is so dear to you and do this. Masya Allah.
Thank you for sharing with us your stories. Masya Allah, I really love the stories that you're sharing with us. Let me see if there's last few IG stories that we could share about the stories. Ini kita dah tadi share. Mostly are like they're asking for their parents to believe them, to give them words of affirmation and encouragement, and not to just the favourite child. Jadi ni mendidik kita juga. Kadang kita I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and then we're talking about children kan. We're protective about this particular children, not because we love them more, but we know that these other two, these other four, dorang lagi kanghu. They can do it. So kita fokus pada yang ni. But the rest all thing kita sayang yang ni. Tak. Yang ini kita rasa macam okay, you need more help, I'm here for you. You can fly. You fly, I'll be proud of you. Tapi kita tak communicate. So dorang salah faham.
Yes, correct.
Kan? So maybe that's what also our parents are doing to us.
That's what my mother said. My mother said apa tau? Anak-anak ni macam 5 jari. Comes from the same hand, but semua lain-lain function. So then bila kita dah jadi parent, baru kita macam understand the decision that our parent make during that time.
Masya Allah.
So Masya Allah.
Kadang-kadang I think when I was younger, I feel like I feel like emak sayang yang lain, for example, kan. But I feel like now I'm older, I really feel like I think moms, they see yang ni boleh buat ni. So you do more because you can do more. But I feel like
They love differently. Different way, differently. But they love everyone.
Because at the bottom you don't say like, why can't you love me like how you love this? But now that I'm a mom myself, now I realise when we talk about loving, we love you equal, but differently.
Yes, Masya Allah.
It's so hard to
To describe,
Kita senang dekat diri kita bila orang lain kita tak nak faham. Kan? It's always like, ya Allah. Today I think a lot of reflection. Thank you so much, Ustazah. Like, Masya Allah, it's so beautiful the way you're sharing me with me, discussing. I feel like it's a conversation between two mothers, daughters who love our parents so dearly, who love our children so dearly. And bila I reading all these stories from like both sides of the coins, I feel like, oh, Masya Allah, human punya communication can cause a lot of problems.
Yes. Perspective, understanding, semua
Not communicating enough is the root of things. Kan?
Correct.
Macam kita sayang kat dia, bila kita buat macam gini, dia kita kontrol dia, kita tak bagi.
Kalau
macam,
kita tak cakap, kita tak sayang. So can be analogy for salat lah. You know, the more we pray, the more we are talking to Allah. But Allah is different. Even if we don't pray, even if we don't talk to Allah, Allah knows.
Masya Allah.
So macam reflection. Yeah, but human
Allah,
are different. The human needs to communicate to understand. If not, we'll just assume. We'll just assume kan? Assume. Yeah.
Sampai ketua. Sampai kita dah anak sendiri.
Yes.
And then we never gets resolved kan? Ya Allah.
So
ya Allah.
communicate, insyaAllah.
So this Friday before we end cakap masjid, I make doa that all of us will have wonderful communication with our children.
Husband.
Like, we learn from each other and husband. Oh my,
they are part of parenting.
I feel like macam tadi dia cakap kan, having on the same page with your husband is sangat important.
Betul.
It's so important because kalau tidak, your child will think one parent is the good one, the other one is the evil one.
Yes.
And sebab salah.
It's not nice. It's not nice for them.
The both of you have to understand on the same page of things.
Correct.
Jadi both of you will be deemed as responsible parents kan. Kalau tak macam bapak dia ni bapak aku bagus, mak aku yang garang, but actually
tag team
teamwork. Masya Allah. Ustazah, maybe we can close we can end off cakap masjid hari ni with a doa. May like all that we are able to like learn from your text, from your sharings, as we discuss, as we like macam talk things to and fro, memanfaatkan kita hari Jumaat ini. Amin.
I think I just want to close with, let us recite surah Al-Fatihah for our parents, even if they are masih hidup.
Yes.
You know, because Fatihah is also a spiritual gift to them. We can give them bila diorang meninggal dunia, but now selagi masih hidup, every day selepas solat baca surah Fatihah for them.
Every day. Every solat
Every solat.
Masya Allah.
So Bismillah, we talk about Fatihah last time. So this surah Al-Fatihah is for our parents and parents-in-law, for our husband, for our children, and to all the people whom we love. Ala hadhihi niyya wa kulli niyatin salihah. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So may whatever, kadang-kadang kita dalam hati kita tahu apa like what we want to ask for, but Allah knows best.
And Fatihah summarize it.
May be given the best in dunia and akhirat. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Assalamualaikum everyone. Don't forget to screenshot and Dermatul Masjid Al-Amin, and to follow Ustazah Zuaida on her Instagram, and follow her our little
Quran
Kids. Okay, assalamualaikum everyone.
I don't understand, but wow. So there are 3 cameras. Masya Allah.
Sorry.